Come on, man. That's a voice of power right there. Mike Muse, I've said it before, he transcends generations.
Oh, yeah.
The message is universal, it's pragmatic, it's grounded in soul and spirit and legacy. Pushing it forward takes on a new definition and meaning when you talk about this, man. Torch, keep the applause going, man. This is a standing ovation. This is a standing ovation. This man has been on the front lines for his people, for his community, for his family, for his entire tenure in this culture, in this business. He's never wavered. He's never bent. He's never compromised his morals and his positions. He's always stayed informed. He's always stayed educated. And he found a really great, unique formula of intertwining that into his music where we are bobbing our heads and we are learning at the same time. That's a new definition of edutainment, Heather B. If we talk about KRS-One and some of the bricks that he laid over the years, this man has picked up the baton like he was Usain Bolt running fourth leg for the Jamaican 4x100 track team.
Run, Jamaica, run.
Crossing the line victorious with his hands in the air. Hey. Every time he spits a verse, somebody is growing. Every time he spits a verse, our community is elevated. Every time he drops an album, I get new food to eat. I want to welcome my brother back to the show with his new project. It's called Michael. It's out today, the one and only superhero, Killer Mike, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank y'all so much.
Word.
Shit, I felt like I was giving a sermon.
I appreciate you.
Man, good to see you, brother.
Good to see you. Always happy to be here with you and Heather.
Yeah, man.
That's at home.
That's now. We figured since the album is called Michael, we asked Mike Muse, who your namesake, to join us in this interview, man.
Yeah, well, I named it Michael because my family calls me Michael. My dad is Mike. My daughter is Mikey. My son Pony, his name is Michael. So I got stuck with Michael.
What do you prefer? I think Michaels are very serious about what they want to be called.
Michael.
Like if you're born Michael, so you want to be called Michael.
That's what my mom and my grandma call me, Michael, and that's what the family. My dad. I hear Mike, I'm thinking my dad's in the room.
Yeah.
So,
see, I prefer Mike.
Yeah.
I don't like to go by Michael.
So you were the first or the second?
I'm the first.
See, yeah, you're a Mike. You get to be Mike. Y'all get choice. I had to be Michael. I got left with the whole name. And my grandmother's really country, so it sounds almost like the Hebrew word. She calls me Micah.
Oh, yeah, it does sound like that.
Old country lady.
But Michael takes their names very serious. If you call them Michael who prefers to go by Michael Mike, he would check you so quick. Like, it is real.
I don't check. I just solely suggest people just Michael because I get confused. I think my old man's in the room or my daughter, Mikey, So
have you ever met a female named Michael?
My daughter's name is Michael.
Oh,
her name is Michael Marie Render.
I think it's a beautiful name for a female.
It is. And she lives up to what she does, like all the stuff I like. She's on honor roll, principals list, so I get to see my name. You know what I'm saying? Like she just called me and told me her grade point average and all that. And I'm just like, yeah, Michael Render.
Yeah. What's her GPA?
Man, she's right. She's right at the 88, 89. She's right at the high B now. I just had a talk with her, like, let's get in the mid. If you can get the high Bs, you can get the mid. You can get
the mid 90s, right?
Yeah, let's
But
do
high
it.
B is great, bro.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I told my mother once I got all C's. I said, that's average. She beat the shit out of me.
Yeah.
She was like, I didn't have nothing average. So as good as my daughter is, I know she can be better. So
we're great.
Yeah, she's 10th grade. She's a rising junior.
Wow, man.
Yeah, I told her. I said, you scholarship in the college, you get to drive your own car. Because I buy you a car. If you're on scholarship, you're going to be on the bus because I got to pay for college. So we'll see how it goes.
That's a great motivation. I remember telling my daughter, if you graduate early, I don't have to get a tuition to the college. I can give it to you.
You can ball.
And she graduated early.
Yeah, congratulations. I remember when you put up the pictures of her. Congratulations.
You remember that? Yeah,
She makes her dad very happy.
Oh, come on, man. That girl, that young lady, man. I didn't realize there was so many politics behind the name.
It is.
Yeah. When you're named for an angel, especially.
Yeah.
So when a Michael Jordan or Mike Tyson became prominent, you took pride in that, or?
I did. But I was already a pretty confident kid. I was curious. So I looked up what my name meant, like third, fourth grade. When I saw I was named for the archangel, my father was essentially, and I saw what it meant, one who's like God, who was like God. I was already proud. I didn't take an athlete, or a famous person named Michael. But Martin King's name was actually Michael.
Okay.
Yeah, Martin Luther King's name is Michael.
It's
His first
Michael.
name was Michael. Yeah.
Okay.
That made me be like, okay, I could go big.
You could go
I don't
big.
think they like Mikey. I don't think Michael's like Mikey.
My daughter loves it.
For your daughter, but like you, as if somebody.
A Mikey, yeah, I wouldn't have liked him.
But see, at home in Lansing, I'm known as Mikey.
Okay.
From your mom.
For my family.
Yeah.
Really?
My whole family calls me Mikey. So when they don't call me Mikey, it's weird. And then my church members at Pilgrim Rest Baptist Church, they call me Mikey. And so when I go back and they don't want to attribute Mikey, they say, well, Mike. I said, no, keep saying Mikey because it's weird when you say Mike.
Shout
right?
out to your church too.
Yeah.
Me and Sway heard Mike Mew's mother call him Mikey. We both turned around and started
Mikey.
giggling. Mikey? I was like, who's Mikey?
Damn, man, the title of this album is taking on such a different meaning right now. This one conversation, right? This album, you have your 9-year-old self.
On the cover with horns and halos.
And that's who you were.
I still am.
Okay.
I was mischievous as ever.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said in this clip of the interview when you were speaking about the album, you didn't have problems growing up feeling empowered, or
I didn't feel disempowered because of race.
Okay.
My challenges were class, were competence and confidence, and it was very. I grew up in a neighborhood called the Collier Heights, in a section of the Adamsville neighborhood, and the Collier Heights was started by black people in 1946 for black people.
Okay.
It wasn't started because of redlining. One started because white folks pushed us, and it was black folks that said, we're going to carve out our own piece. They bought the neighborhood at a 30% markup from poor and working class whites. They pushed them further west, and they created the Collier Heights. The Collier Heights had the Collier Heights Elementary School. Rest in peace to Mr. Twiggs, who recently died, was the principal there. He lived in the neighborhood along with professors from Morehouse, state legislators, Cynthia and Billy McKinney. Dr. King's parents moved to that neighborhood at Ralph David Abernathy. So I grew up seeing a lot of decent working class people around me and my grandparents and our neighbors, and then deeper in the neighborhood, affluent black people who had a good tax base that made sure we had good schools. I went to Frederick Douglass High School, then went to Morehouse College, and then decided to drop out of college and pursue music. Probably the dumbest decision I ever made.
Wow, drop out of college and pursue. Now, I beg to differ because look how many people you impacted through your music. But when I'm listening to the song Down by Law, am I hearing stories of you standing out by the corner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did. It was the 80s. It was the 90s. It was I tell people all the time, because there tends to be, we hear people almost disparage drug dealer and drug dealing. No one knew what was happening.
Yeah.
If you look at Snowfall, now that we have a commonality you people can relate to, no one knew what was going on. Our parents were just listening to disco, doing a little coke, having fun. The next thing you know, rock hits the street, straight shooters hit the streets, and the same people that were your camp counselors, substitute teachers, people who were prominent in your neighborhood were asking you for drugs as you were walking to school. Now, kids got common sense. Kids ain't stupid. I couldn't afford Jordans. My grandparents weren't going to buy no Jordans. But if Mr. Tim keep asking me for rocks every day, then eventually me and Sleepy Fat Freddy going to figure out how to get some rocks because I wanted the J's.
You wanted the J's.
Kids are intelligent. They're not stupid. But, it wasn't like we was trying to be, kingpins. We were just trying to look fresh for the prom. So, yeah, I made the same dumb choices a lot of kids made, but we didn't know.
Yeah.
We just didn't know any better.
Yeah.
And addicts didn't know any better, which is why I tell people, be grace-filled and forgiving to your parents, your uncles, aunts, because no one knew. We didn't know. The CIA knew as they allowed it into the country and helped grow grow an industry that funded an illegal war. The Reagan administration knew. George Bush knew. Joe Biden knew. I'm saying Prescott, those folks knew, but we didn't know. We didn't have any idea.
Yeah, when did it come to you? When did you come into that consciousness? Because in the same song you talk about, I didn't realize that that would affect.
Yeah,
it
was just business, my nigga.
Yeah.
I'm not vicious, my nigga. You know what I mean? You come to my mom had a friend that was like an aunt to me. So on Something for Junkies, you hear me have a conversation with her. I remember the first time I made $10,000, man. I thought I was rich. What I mean? I made $10,000 a weekend, and I'm out, fresh off counting money, feeling the chest out, and she said, you little niggas, y'all think y'all something and somebody. She said, man, I used to fuck all the niggas y'all get y'all dope from anyway. So I felt like a little boy. A woman say something to you, the woman can little boy you. I was like, oh shit. And then she said, Michael, why we shot with you? She said, it ain't because you got the best. She said, it's because you treat us like human beings. And that never left me. From the moment, it never left me. That the only reason I was getting love, because she helped me make the 10,000, that I had not lost my humanity. And a lot of us lost our humanity because you see savage things out there, and not even savage by way of brutal and bad. It's just the person, again, you were just looking up to that was the adult is now dancing for an addiction. It's now doing funny things for you, and it decimates. You don't understand you're losing your soul, and it's decimating your character at the same time.
So when you say that, you said another line that is niggas done gave up on God.
Yeah, maybe she gave up on us. Maybe she angry. We worshiping all those false idols, so devils keep preying on us.
Yeah,
that's the truth. Maybe we've given up on God. I tell people all the time, I believe in God. I just hope God still believes in us.
Wow. That's what's up. What are your beliefs? Because you talked about Master Fard Muhammad.
Yeah, I talked about.
But that said that we are God.
Yeah,
and I was brought up on that tutelage.
Yeah.
Can you break that down for us?
Master Fard Muhammad is believed to be God in the person of Jermaine, who's a teacher of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, who's a teacher not only El-Hajj Malik Shabazz, known as Malcolm X, but Minister Louis Farrakhan. And I have studied with the Nation of Islam. I've studied Al-Islam. I've been involved in the Christian church from Baptist to Pentecostal. And what I absolutely believe in is black people. I believe that we are Earth's original people. I know that to be fact. That can be proved up by scientific facts. So I don't have arguments with what I call. I don't care if you call yourself a Moor or black or some Moor or a Moor. It doesn't matter to me. It matters that you know that whenever God decided to create a human being, they looked like you. You are Earth's original people. And you're not confined to one landmass. You were everywhere on Earth. The Earth is your turf, and you should act as though, like Reverend Ike used to say, God moves in you. God manifests through you. God ain't outside of you. You ain't praying to nothing in the sky. You ain't praying to nothing. You ain't fearing nothing down below. Everything rests in you. So that's what I believe. I believe in the God that put black people here. I believe in the God that created creation. And I believe in whatever. I tell people all the time, I believe in, if you look at Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, the Jewish or Hebrew faith, you're looking at, they're all worshiping the same God. They're worshiping the God of Abraham, Ishmael, and Isaac. So I don't get in those arguments over who's right and who's wrong. I just know whatever put us here to be united, and we're doing a poor job of uniting, and we can do a better job of that. I believe that whatever Africans were doing the day before the first outsider set forth in Africa, that's what I should be doing. So I practice the worship of the Creator that put us here. I practice the honoring of the ancestors that have paved the way for me, and I also practice on being a good steward of that while I'm here for my children, my family.
Being obedient, my man, Killer Mike, man, damn it. You see, young Kalani, that's my nephew over there.
What's up? How you doing,
man?
Kalani?
I just want you to talk so he can hear it.
What's up? Good morning. How you doing? You were here last time I was here, right?
DB, yeah.
What do you do besides look mean?
That's my job.
Okay.
I'm a watchdog.
Man, you the shooter. Okay. Shouts out. I always got the skinny shooters, like those two guys over there, and they get out of here quick and they well dressed.
They are so
I always
non-threatening.
watch for the skinny ones.
Yeah, they're so non-threatening. Mike Muse, you want to ask your namesake? You want to get in there?
I love this conversation. I love what we're having right now. In particular, you're talking about the history of it, right? Like, in this time now where academic freedom is under assault, right? Where they want to remove books and ban books. Like, how do you encourage people to stay knowledgeable?
Take your ass to the library. That's it. Again, I grew up in an all-black neighborhood. I didn't have no excuses. I didn't have, I didn't never felt like a minority. Didn't have anybody overlooking my shoulder telling me. Didn't have no white teachers trying to be cool and say nigga, no dumb shit like that. What I had was black teachers that came out of historically black colleges and universities, and they demanded excellence of us. From my kindergarten teachers, Miss Compton, Miss Murray, Miss Pritchett, to my art teacher who now teaches his students how to grow food, to my homeroom teacher who challenged me and said you weren't good enough to go to Morehouse. If you go out, buy all your books. Nigga lied and died on me. You know what I mean?
How can you do that?
You know what?
I didn't know teachers were broke at the time, though, so I didn't know he wasn't trying to lie, but I fucked him up when I got in. So rest in peace to Mr. Arnold. But I think this is what black people need to do. We need to stop arguing online.
Yeah.
And we need to get in rooms, in our living rooms, in our dens, in our basements, like our grandparents and parents used to do. And we need to read and have discussions. You should. My daughter and I read 1984 together. My son and I read Message to the Black Man by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad together. We need to be reading and discussing. We need to understand we only 60 years into real freedom, so all the problems won't be solved in now, but we have a 10-year. We should have a 10-year plan. What are the 10 books that black people need to read? What are the 3 books about economics? What are the 3 books about spirituality? What are the 3 books about whatever else we need to do? We need to make these decisions and do it, and we need to focus on being hyper local. We can't fix all black people at the same time, but what can I do in Atlanta to make sure that that city stays a city that can produce rappers that build 143 unit affordable housing projects like T.I.? He the dropout.
Yeah.
He's the real estate developer. How can we create a situation where the HBCUs are fed directly from Atlanta Public Schools? I think that's what our focus should be. There is no, magic wand and wave, but, what we have the ability to do is to get by ourselves and start to talk and start to discuss and start to grow new solutions.
Killer Mike.
But get a library card.
Get a library card.
Go to the library.
HB, you want to
Hold
talk?
on, y'all gonna be amazed. Hey,
who's that?
this is my wife, Shayna.
Hey, Shayna.
What up, Shayna?
Hey, Shayna.
What up, Shayna?
All right, so you're on the air and I'm on the air. You couldn't be here, but you want to say hello before you go?
Where are you?
I'm at Sway's, exactly where I told you I was going. Heather B's to my left, Mike's further to my left, and you're here. You didn't FaceTime, so I'm just holding the phone for you.
Hey, what up, Shayna? How you doing? hey, he look.
Okay.
I got to get back to work. I'm okay. All right. Goodbye.
Have a good day.
Bye, Shayna.
Now I ain't got to shout out. She's already done. She's going to shout it out.
Hey, man, I love that dynamic
That was
right there.
perfect.
Mike even had a different tone in his voice. Hey, I'm here with Sway, like I said I was. Have the bees right here. If you don't believe that, you think Sway's going to lie on my behalf?
Hey, man, she know I ain't no sucker. I was just being like, you should have got up. You should have got up and come.
You should have got up and come. This album is really incredible. It's called Michael. So many songs. One of my favorite songs is featuring Mozzie. Shed Tears.
Second song on the album.
Mozzie's on there.
Mozzie's
Yes,
on
what's
there. Man, I during the pandemic, I shed more tears cumulatively than I probably did in my life.
Yeah.
Because I lost a lot of people.
I'm a crier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cry, I fight. I'm one of the ones like right for the fight, I might cry.
You might cry.
Yeah,
you get
but
punched in the nose, you crying.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna get punched. I'm gonna
Okay.
punch you.
Okay.
You just gonna know I'm gonna cry first. I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna cry, and then I'm gonna try to kill your ass. So for me, crying is just it's natural for me. I'm one of those guys. But as you grow older, you understand why your grandfather might spend an extra 10 minutes in the bathroom. Working class men are underappreciated. And working class men are such a valuable part of this society. My grandfather was a dump truck driver. His wife was a college-educated woman who was a nurse. My grandfather was functionally illiterate, and I've learned more wisdom than I have from any of the sages and the Stoics in the books I've read. And I just appreciate him and my uncles and both my dads because they were working class men. Both my dads could have went to college, could have been something great. They chose to be, one of my fathers was a policeman early in his life, ended up working for the gas company. My other dad's been a truck driver, used to work at Hall Steel. But they were men. They are men that are noble, that are full of character and integrity. And Shed Tears is about. That's hard. It's hard to be a husband.
Yeah.
It's hard to be a lover of a woman. It's hard to be a father of children. It's difficult because your life is constantly fear that you might be disappointing the people you're responsible
Absolutely.
for. Your Father's Day is going to come up. On the other side, who's really went out and got their father something that they know he likes? Like I know my mom, the flowers she liked. I know what perfume she liked. I knew what to get. I put a lot of thought. Most of us, you just get your dad something. But what does your dad really like? When my dads come around, one of my dads, I know, man, if I buy him a pistol or a firearm, he's going to be, or a piece of gold, he's going to be happy. My other dad, I know if I buy him a rare toy, you know what I'm saying, or gold. So I know the personalities, and I try to be better about that because I realized as a kid, I would just get my dad one off, whatever he got. And then my kids started doing that to me. I'm just like, yo, you called me to ask for money for Mother's Day, but what about my day? And they was like, well, Dad, I was broke. But you just asked me for some money for Mother's Day. So I just told him, even if you just write me a note telling me how you feel about it. And I remember my daughter, Anaya, 25, she wrote me something, and man, I just went in the bathroom. I cried like a baby. I did because men, sometimes it's a thankless job, but y'all worthy. And y'all worth it, and y'all loved, and I want it in Shed Tears, which is essentially a gospel song. Lena Bird Miles killed it. We ain't got no curse words in it. My pastor could play it. I wanted men to know that you loved, you thought about, you cared about, and you celebrated.
Why'd you get Mozzie for it though?
Because he's perfect for it. Yeah. Why did God choose Saul to become Paul? He used a Christian killer to be one of the greatest disciples. You do that because that's God chooses amongst the least of us, the ones that are overlooked, the ones that are undervalued, unthought about. That's who you go get.
Yeah.
That's who's gonna get people to pay attention because they've seen the growth. They've seen the transcending of who I was and who I'm gonna be, and he's perfect for it.
I love it. Killer Mike is here. I apologize for that, Mike, for stepping on your wisdom.
It's all good.
No, that with the other Mike. This is getting confusing. One of y'all got to become Mike 1, Mike 2.
I'm Michael. I'm just Michael.
You think Michael?
I'm Michael.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm Michael.
What did you? And I know people are asking about this, but it's just so great to hear 3 Stacks on the track and just oh my gosh, obliterating it like that. How did you play on the track first? How do you get him to do it?
No, he said we were out. Where were we at? We were in L.A., right? Cuz we were out in L.A. and I just called him through to hear the record because that's bro. So it's like you want bro to love the record. Him and Big, it's important to me that they like what I do. And bro came back like the next day, like, hey man, you mind if I come back tomorrow and play something? And so I'm like, do I mind? Like, nigga, yeah, come through. So I didn't know what he was gonna play, but he played like 9-10 joints for us. And he said, well, just pick what you like and do something with it. Now, over the past decade, I've sent them records for me, Run the Jewels and stuff, and he come back like, man, that shit hard. He's like, I'm not into rapping right now, and I always appreciated the encouragement, but I didn't go expecting anything. I went not expecting anything, and when he gave us 2 records, that verse was on 1, and we was like, whatever you give us, we finna rip.
Absolutely.
And the other record he wanted to use instead, so he took that one back and he gave me another record that's like 11 minutes long. You guys are here in the future. We got another crazy record together. Yeah. But this record, he helped get Future, him and Bear Loke helped get Future on, Future jumped down. And I'm like, okay, this is a real Dungeon Family event. Now I got to come with bars.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? I rolled her around, listen, Aaron Allen Kane jumped on it. And when she jumped on, it was just like, whew, the dope locking up in the water. For all my dope boys, y'all know what that means. Like, oh, it's locking. Like, and man, when I put my verse on it, it was through the roof. But what's crazy is I didn't send Dre. People have heard it, so I didn't send Dre to finish record at first. I sent him just like the rapper demo, and he was like, the rapper demo stuff was cool, but Dre, Outkast makes songs.
Yeah.
And then I remember Cuz telling Cuz like, I don't think he into it, bro. I don't think he gonna let it rock with it. Cuz say, if you sent him, he heard the song. And Cuz is my A&R. Shouts out to Cuz Lightyear, who's an amazing artist who took a pause to A&R this record, but. Cuz was like, man, you sent him the song? I was like, no, he said, send him the song, cuz. I sent him the song, and he called back 10 minutes later. Oh, like, no, you got the record. You know what I mean?
That?
So, absolutely. So he loved the record, and I'm proud. I'm damn proud because Dre and Big gave me an opportunity to change my life.
Absolutely, man. Those beautiful dudes. And what I'm hearing is Dre got an album coming.
Yeah. I think we fly out in a couple weeks to go listen to it.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah,
Andre 3000 got an album coming.
Oh, I thought you were joking.
No,
he does.
He said he played them 9 tracks of stuff he already had.
Wow.
So that means Dre sitting on volumes of songs.
I've never met him before.
You never met Stacks? Oh, you got to meet Stacks. Stacks hella cool.
Love you, Heather.
That nigga be up here playing the flute right now talking cool to you.
Mad cool.
He one of the best people ever, man.
You feel that.
Yeah, him and Big Boy, man.
Yeah.
They good. They good
people.
Big Boy came here, but never met him before.
You got to meet Stacks, man.
Let me get to at least couple people because I know we got to go, but I promised the listeners.
Okay.
All right. Anthony, look, quick question for Killer Mike. Anthony in Jersey, go for it.
Jersey, stand up.
Go for it. Quick question, Mike.
Quick question, Killer Mike. Hey, what's the deal with Greenwood and doing VA loans?
I'm not sure, but I can get you in touch with someone over there, and they'll have. We got about 100,000 accounts open. They were in 3 months what they expected to be in 2 years. It got a little overwhelming, so they're expanding and hiring more people. But if you just hit me on the DM or something, I'll get you in contact with someone over there, and hopefully cool shit will happen.
Okay, and thanks for your call. You a citizen, man.
Sway in the morning.
Tony in Queens.
Q Burrow.
What's going on, everybody?
What up, Tony?
Killer Mike.
Peace.
I just want to say I've been a long time fan. I remember the first time I heard you on The Whole World with Outkast. I was like, whoa.
Thank you, bro.
He's amazing. Also, DTF Radio, you've been up there a few times, so I've met you a couple of times, and I just want to give you your flowers and everything because you're definitely underrated.
Thank you, Black. Thank you. That changes the day, though. I guarantee you that.
This album right here is killer.
Absolutely.
No pun intended, Tony. Make sure you stream it, download it, whatever they do.
It's getting downloaded right now. I'm on my way to the Hamptons.
Okay, cool. That's what's up.
Did he say the Hamptons?
He did.
Hamptons.
Go ahead, Tony.
Goes
Go ahead, Tony.
Ray Sean, what you want to say? Ray
What
Sean
up,
in
Ray
Dallas.
Sean?
Go ahead.
Hey, what's going on, Killer Mike? Glory be to God.
Glory be.
Glory.
Say that Always, and it's good to hear your voice, Killer Mike. I'm from Dallas, and about the black-owned banks, I'm just wondering if you're going to expand down here because there are no black-owned banks in Dallas. Are you going to expand in Ghana? Because we got to get access to capital. And one more thing about that track, Yes. Have we been tried through the fire? Yes, man. When you going to drop that so I can keep that on my playlist every day?
Man, shouts out to DJ Menace, who's in Dallas, who's my brother. Menace did the beat for Look Back at It with Trina and put me on that record. So that's how long we've been friends, and even before that. But he brought me Yes. We did Yes. They used Yes on Madden. Then we took it, we mixed it again, refined it. So I promise you this, you're going to hear Yes again in the body work of Michael. Just right now, you got what we've given you in terms of this first phase. So you're going to hear Yes, and there's some more stuff. We recorded 39 records.
Okay.
We ended up using 14 of them. 14 of them. So we got a lot in the war chest to get out, and thank you for that, and being from Dallas, because it gives me an opportunity to shout out Menace, who's been one. Let me tell you something. We have friends that can't directly say, well, Heather, I can give you this, it's yours. But you ever had that friend that call you in the middle of the night like, don't quit, girl. Like, I know how it might feel, but don't quit. You know, and when they find an opportunity to check this, like, Menace has been that for me. My A&R from Loma Vista, shouts out to Loma Vista. Dart, when Dart was that shady, Dart would just call me randomly at 3 in the morning like, hey, listen, don't quit. This is, so if you don't quit, if you just keep it up, God's going to send somebody.
Amen.
You know, and I truly believe it.
Amen. Killer Mike, man. Hey, Michael.
Somebody needed to hear, a lot of people needed to hear that just now. Yeah.
God bless you, Michael.
Man, God bless you, man.
Black man is God.
Yeah, man.
Come on, man. Black woman is God.
Amen. I'm going to tell everybody from Elijah Muhammad to Reverend Knight that tried to tell you now.
Oh, come
now,
on.
God going to send a bunch of people to tell you the same message, but eventually you're going to get it. You're going to quit playing and stop looking outside. You want to see God, look in the mirror.
There you go.
You want to see God even clearer, close your eyes and be still.
Man, there you go, man. Hey, listen, thank you, Killer Mike, for coming by. The new album, Michael, is out today. We need everybody to support it.
Yeah.
Voice of power, of truth, grounded in reality.
And just a jamming record. I'm going to tell y'all, put the record on. You got 55 minutes at the crib, or you about to take a 55-minute ride to the Hamptons. Just put the record on. It is an audio experience, but it is a visual. The greatest compliment I got was Hov. Hov hit me and it was a still demo version. He hit me last night with a congratulations, but he hit me and said, man, he loved the album, all exclamation points. So I'm like, I'm like, oh man, Hov, that's dope. But then he said it felt like I went to my cousin's house and watched the movie. You know, you go to your cousin's house, you got to watch the movies. Your mama won't let you. You know what I mean?
That's beautiful.
So I want to say he helped me understand that this is an audio experience, but it read like a visual.
Beautiful.
So I hope you guys enjoy it.
That means it's good art.
Yes,
But
absolutely.
it can be that descriptive. You can see visuals.
Absolutely.
Words.
You're
That's
going to
amazing.
smell it. You're going to see it. You're going to feel it. You're going to be there. I can ride around Atlanta and see like the ghost of like 9-year-old Mike and the things I was doing.
The
So
warmth.
I want
There's
you
a
guys
warmth.
to feel it.
That's beautiful.
This is a prodigal son story. It is a coming of age story of an African American boy in this turbulent times during the crack era, and him maturing into a man. So if you a man who's come through that era, you're gonna feel it. If you're a boy, you're gonna feel it. If you're the women who love these men and boys, you're gonna feel it. And I encourage everyone, not just because I'm already rich, thank God for Run the Jewels,
Look at
right?
that, man.
I fucked around and made millions of dollars and all
Come
that
on.
cool shit, but this gave me an opportunity to give directly to the community that sprouted.
God bless you, man.
Absolutely.
Killer Mike, man. Michael is out today. Make sure y'all support it.
Yep.
We're going to play the scientists and engineers.
Engineers,
Let's
yeah.
go, man. And up next, we got Jennifer Lawrence. She's going to talk about her new movie.
No Hard Feelings in theaters next Friday.
Okay, that's coming up
Love.
next. All right. Thank you, brother. All right, Shade 4-5.